Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Fanboy. This is a Fanboys production. Alright guys, I want to talk Dragon Ball. Just want to do some quick, very little unedited commentary. And it's the Kamehameha wave against the Galick gun. A lot of people in the Dragon Ball universe think that all the techniques are the same, that all you really do is just focus your energy like it was some kind of construct and do what you want to do with it. If I were to be like Marvel's Watcher, but at the same time be myself, but within the Dragon universe and out, I would like to say it's not. Also, as a creator, as a wannabe, cartoonist, and also somebody that's trying to create a Dragon Ball like card game, I can't say it's the same thing. I just can't. It's both the Galick gun and the Kamehameha wave are two different tools, and they're executed differently, and they were created by different characters. One was created by a respectable martial artist, and the other one by a survivalist / soldier. So another thing we also have to talk about is the creator of this universe. Toriyama loves to play opposites, the yin and the yang within the Dragon Ball universe. So you have Vegeta, he's smaller, but the strongest of the two Saiyans. Whereas Nappa is mad big, really muscular, but he's not as strong as Vegeta. You have Krillin, you have Goku. You have Gohan, you have Piccolo, and then the roles become reversed because Gohan becomes older and more of an expert warrior and all that stuff. So you also have to put that into consideration when it comes to the first battle of Vegeta and Goku, when it comes to that beam struggle, the Kamehameha wave and the Galick gun. The Kamehameha wave was created by Master Roshi. When you take away the pervy side, he's a respected martial artist, and he's used to facing people head on when he's about to do his strongest technique. Vegeta, on the other side, he's a soldier and a survivalist. In my own headcanon, that guy's being sent to different planets to take it over, destroy it, enslave people, whatever. Mission after mission. He just gets enough rest to freaking recuperate, but then he's just sent to these suicide runs with two other Saiyans that are not as strong as him, and he has to consider them to be backup. I fully understand within the Dragon Ball universe, they are the top 10% of powerful beings, but anything can happen. Anything can happen to you when you're charging up your blast. Look at what happened to Cell during his beam struggle with Gohan. He got wrecked from behind. Let's look into the technique, guys. The Kamehameha wave, you focus all your energy into your palms, right? And you release it through that way. You're not focusing the energy on your body like the Galick gun. The Galick gun to me is more of a technique for the battlefield, and the Kamehameha wave is more of a technique that you can utilize in a tournament and in a serious fight at the same time. But again, one of its biggest weaknesses is the back assault, is the back attack. You get attacked from behind, it's game over for you. That's it. Another thing to consider about the Kamehameha wave and its creator, it took him 50 years to develop this technique, and it's due to the part that Earth wasn't really known to be strong. Earth wasn't really known to have this kind of ki control, unlike the rest of the galaxy or the universe and the rest of the other alien species. But in Dragon Ball, regular Dragon Ball, they had a lot of variation in fighting styles, a lot of strategy and tactics. And this is probably why the Kamehameha wave has such a weakness. It was created by Master Roshi. He didn't really ever have a situation, or I doubt it, where he would have to go on a beam struggle. If you're going to debate the Dodan Ray against that, they're two different things. The Dodan Ray, I'll leave that discussion for another day. But this is pretty much another reason why the Kamehameha wave is so ineffective against the beam struggle Vegeta versus Goku. Now that I think about it, Cell should have used the Gatlick gun. That's what he should have used. I mean, he was in the battlefield where what, he was just assuming the other guys weren't going to do nothing when everything was at risk. This is insane. He knows in his memory banks that the Sea Fighters aren't afraid to gang up on one enemy. And he was so arrogant or so foolish thinking that the Kamehameha was the right attack to do. I don't know. It baffles the mind sometimes. Cell retaliated in the anime when the Z Fighters attacked him when he was having his beam struggle. Boom. Excellent, but it caught him off guard. And then he thought that was it. But then Vegeta came and he did his final flash or whatever it is that he did against Cell, which ultimately helped Gohan defeat and destroy Cell. That is a really big weakness that the right warrior can exploit. Vegeta don't got time for that. He cannot be counting on these lower Saiyans to help him up for backup. As he's about to use his death technique, he has to charge. So why is he going to risk charging everything into his hands when he has most of his body exposed? For the love of sake, the guy wears armor. He wears armor. He considers, his defense a big priority. So one of the most vulnerable parts when you're charging a beam is the actual charging of the beam. So he'd rather let his entire body become the charge, the conduit for this beam that he's about to release. And again, going back to the yin and the yang, Toriyama creates yin and yang a lot. So you have Goku charging up his beam from his hand, a small part of his body, and you have Vegeta charging up his beam with most of his body. That's pretty much it, guys. If you were to ask me which one I prefer, I would prefer the Gatlick gun. Because later on, even in video games, if you want to put that into consideration, he eventually changes his technique and he's no longer charging up his entire body. Because the original Galick gun, the way I see it in the anime, you become like a battle tank. You got that big tube, you can shoot, and then you can release. All the while having that protection, that added protection of the aura or armor plating, however you want to think about it. And that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you think down below, if you found this interesting or not. I don't know if I'm going to continue to do this or not, but I just wanted to share some thoughts, because there's certain topics that I'm like, why aren't the heavy hitters of the Dragon Ball YouTubers talking about this? Then again, I'm a martial artist. I see things from a different point of view. I'm also a artist in general. I want to create a card game. I want to write. I want to do comics. I want to do a whole bunch of different things. So I see things from different point of view than just fan eyes. That's it, guys. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. See you next time. If there's a next time. Bye.